Hey, how's everyone doing today? I'd like to share with you some rocks that I've collected. These are all carved by Native Americans. Now, I think these are all tips that were used on the ends of a spear or maybe a dagger. They all have very similar characteristics. They're all carved to a very sharp point. Some of them have barbs on them. They're all really interesting. And at first, I thought that it was a broken tip. But then, after collecting so many of them, I think that it's intended to be that size. For what reason, I don't know. I'm not really sure. But I'm just going to share with you what I think these are. Let's take a look at a few of them. This rock right here, you can see it's a tip. It comes to a really nice point. It's a three-sided rock, and it's got a nice tip to it. And here's another one, very similar. Another three-sided rock that comes to a nice point. These are all very similar, all three-sided rocks, right? Okay, a bunch of those. Then we have a couple four-sided rocks. You see there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 sides that come to a nice point. And I think these all were spear tips. Here's another one that's a four-sided rock that comes to a really sharp point, and there's sharp edges all along each one of the sides here. So there's 4 edges that are razor sharp on these rocks. Now here's one. This has got a really gnarly design or shape to it. Here's a really sharp point. There's an edge that comes along this side. There's an edge right along this side. And then there's another edge and yet another edge. There's 4 edges along this rock. But look at that gnarly point on it. That is just unbelievable. Now here's a rock that it looks like it would have been lashed to a stick, the way it's tapered in the back. And up in the front, it comes to a razor point right there. I think that would have been lashed to a stick, and that would have been a spear tip. Here's another one. Look at this barb here at the top. And then at the end here, there's another barb. Look at that rock. That is just an unbelievable barb on that rock. Here's another one. There's the tip of this, and then look at that barb. That barb comes out at probably a 1/2 inch right there. That's incredible. Here's another one. It's very similar. Halfway down the rock is a nice barb. These rocks are all very similar. There's the barb on this one right there. Here's a tip, and right after the tip is a nice barb. Look at that. Here's a rock. It's probably one of the biggest ones. Look at that barb on it. Now that's definitely a spear tip. Really interesting stuff. Now here's a rock. Look at that. Look at the angle. Looks like a little Christmas tree, how pointy it is. And then look at that razor sharp barb right there on that one edge. Really crazy stuff. These are all tips to spears, I'm guessing. Now I could be wrong. If somebody knows more about this, please share. But they all have gnarly tips on these rocks that they're definitely something that meant business. These are all carved by Native Americans. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. I got some more to show you. Thanks for watching.